Day 11, 10 miles a day for 30 days, all done. Done and completed, one step closer, one day closer, and 10 miles closer to completing this challenge. But really, it's a never-ending journey. Once I'm done, I'll still be putting in a bunch of miles, probably not 10 miles a day, but I'll still be putting in a good chunk of miles a week. Some days 3, some days 5, some days 10, but some days also 25 to 30. So we'll see how it goes. But overall today was a very good run. Rarely, it's actually not a good run. The only rough part about each day's run is the first 2 miles, and that's just because when I'm first out there, I feel like a brick. I'm not warmed up. But once I get past that 2 miles, I really get into cruise control. And once I'm on cruise control, everything goes by super quickly. And I put on my AirPods and my music, and then it's 2 miles, 5 miles, 8 miles, and then all of a sudden I'm done. And during it, it might actually seem like forever or each step, but once I'm done with it, it's like, whoa, that was super fast. And I'm in front of the camera filming again. So that's been the daily routine as of the past 11 days. So yeah, overall it just felt good. Knee still feeling good. Body still feeling good as well. I'm actually doing the other challenges as well, my 30-day challenges. For those challenges, today's actually only day 9. So I started this running challenge 2 days earlier because I didn't want to wait. But I'm actually doing 150 pull-ups a day as well. So that's adding to my overall fatigue a little bit when I wake up. It's not my legs that are feeling heavy, but it's my back and a little bit of my upper body. So, but it's actually not that bad. So in conjunction with running and the pull-ups, that's all the exercise I pretty much do every day. And I'm not going out to get some extra steps in. I'm not doing extra workouts because I know that if I put in extra work, even just 15 or 20 minutes with a dumbbell, I'll be overly fatigued. And I know my body pretty well right now because I was thinking about it, and I really want to, work my shoulders or do some deadlifts, but I know if I put in extra work, it's going to put a lot more stress on my body. So I'm not going to be doing that, and I'm just going to be doing what I'm doing. So 150 pull-ups a day and 10 miles a day is good enough exercise for me. So today, I was thinking about yesterday of getting results and knowing who I am and just everything like that. And I've known for a long time, and a lot of my friends and my girlfriend knows, and if you know me well, you'll know this about me, is that I'm a very extreme person. Sometimes even black and white people would describe me. And that's good and that's bad. Obviously I have a one-track mind. And that's bad because I have a one-track mind, and when you try to talk to me or try to get my attention when I'm doing that one thing, it's hard. And I definitely need to work on that, but honestly, it's hard because it's really just who I am. And when I have a one-track mind, or when I have a goal in mind, I'm one-track minded and I'm very extreme, and I'll take it to the extremes. Right, so with this running thing, I got into ultra running with, running a marathon, a 50 and 100 all within a year. When I got into jiu-jitsu, it took a little while, but now I'm going, 5-6 days a week with private lessons whenever I can, usually once a week, sometimes even 2. And overall, just the challenges that I do and everything in my life, I'm just a very extreme person. And people always talk about balance. And I think balance is great, but balance is not for me personally. I think that if you want to achieve great things, achieve great results, you have to be a little bit insane. Insane in a good way, as in extreme, as in focused, and that you can't see everything else. Because if you try to balance everything else, you won't have time to really put in the work for you to get to that one specific goal. So I don't know, I've had a lot of people ask me and ask me about, how'd you get to the results that you got to, or even some friends ask me, you know, what they think that I should do for their situation. And you just have to ask yourself what you want and how fast do you want it and how good do you want to be at it. Because yeah, you can be mediocre and you can get to a certain point. And for me, another topic, but like, you know, once I get to a certain point with a certain skill, that's good enough for me. But when I first get into the skill, I'm very extreme, right? And that's just how I am. I like my days regimented. I like my days blocked out. I like to wake up early. I like to sleep early because I like to get at my results. And I'm just very, very extreme. And don't let anyone tell you that being extreme is bad. I mean, sometimes it's bad. It's a dichotomy, you know, as Jocko Willink says. Everything is a dichotomy. So you have to learn when to be extreme and also when to scale back a little bit. But your life right now, as of today, is every decision that you've ever made in your life. And for me personally, I'm okay with my current life right now because of all the decisions I've made. I've come to that realization, or I've accepted that, and I know that I could have possibly have more money, or I could have possibly been richer if I would have started, you know, 5 years ago and did nothing but sleep and grind and do all that. But I accept my life how it is now because 5 years ago I was still socializing, I was working, but I was still living my daily life. And for me, I just think that, you know, people just have to accept that their life is a culmination of everything that they've did up to this point. And if you want to change that, then you have to either change your surroundings, change yourself, or there's got to be a switch somewhere. And to get to your goal, to make, you have to make that switch, but two, you have to be super extreme to get there faster. And I forget where the quote was, but you know, everyone's born into a different life with different circumstances, but everything that happens in life happens to the rest of us. It's not just one of us. It's not just me. It's not just you. Yes, I've been fortunate enough to be born in the situation that I've born into, but I've also taken advantages of those things, or I'm not letting that set me back. But if you're born into something that's, you know, it's not, let's say, not so good of an environment, and you just weren't born with a lot of resources or just a certain way, you know, if there's someone that's ever done it, you can do it too. You know, don't let someone else dictate your life. And that's just my opinion. Everyone believes in themselves. I'm not trying to, you know, pressure you into believing in what I believe in. This is just what I believe in. And I sincerely believe in that. If you want something bad enough, you'll work at it. And if you don't get it, it's either one, you didn't want it bad enough, you weren't putting enough work, but two, there also comes an adaptability portion of it too, right? So it's not just you want it and you're extreme, you have to be adaptable. If I wanted to run an ultra marathon 100 miles, I can't run 50 miles a day as my training method, right? You have to be smart about it. You have to be adaptable. And the same thing that goes for making money, and same thing that goes for your career and your friendships and your relationships. Yes, you have to be extreme, put in the work, but also you have to be adaptable. So it's definitely a couple layers, and I think I went off topic a little bit here and there, but it's okay to be extreme. I'm extreme, and I'm okay with that. So hope y'all enjoyed that video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, and if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. See ya tomorrow.